You are in tune to Eats, Beats, and Rhymes, and I am your host, Yo Jules DJ. Welcome back to another episode of Who Do You Got? Tonight, we have a singles edition of the Who Do You Got series. We are talking about a very special group, a group that we know and love, and they've got a lot of music out there, and we're going to cover a specific portion of it. Tonight, we are talking about the best unreleased Mobb Deep song of all time, Eats, Beats, and Rhymes. Make some noise for Mobb Deep. Make some noise. Rest in peace, Project. Make some noise. Give it up. Give it up, please. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to everybody that joins us every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, here live on Twitch. Like I said, we do it on a weekly basis. We've added a couple of new shows, but it's all hip-hop related. Always good content, always good conversations. And if you want to, hear what we're talking about, here we are. And don't forget to check us out on all your DSPs. Let's talk about Mobb Deep this evening. You know we love us some Mobb Deep on this channel, so we always find ways to still incorporate Mobb Deep conversations and battles and shows. So again, we decided to incorporate the singles battle for Mobb Deep. We are talking about the best unreleased song of all time by Mobb Deep. We collectively came up with a list. From that list, we channeled and funneled it together to 6 songs, March Madness style as we do it, and got the following 6 records that we will be speaking on tonight. Again, if you have any opinions, leave them in the chat, leave them in the comments. We are starting out with a range of different eras of Mobb Deep. We are talking about Young Love as the first entry, In the Long Run as the second entry, Everyday Gunplay, Click Clack Triple C gets an entry, Cobra gets an entry, Perfect Plot gets an entry, and Backwards gets an entry as well. So don't forget 6 Mobb Deep records that we collectively think are some of the best unreleased songs. We're going to find out which are the top 3, then down to the top 2, and then eventually the top #1 record out of the rest. Let's go ahead and introduce the room real quick and talk about what's going on this evening. My man, Cool Breeze. Good to see you, sir. How are you?
I'm good. What's going down?
All right. Listen, what's going down. Mobb Deep tonight. DJ Scanners, a.k.a. Baba Midi. How you doing, bro?
Yo, what up, man? What's good?
Yes, sir. My man, Ike Infamous in the building. Street FM representative. How you doing?
Peace. Salute, sir. Chilling.
VA, 2 Up, 2 Down, DJ Hobo, Triple T Radio representative. What is going on, sir?
What up?
Yes, sir. And man, Triple C from Queens. Trip C from Queens, as a matter of fact, executive producer of the show. What is going on, sir?
It's the real hip-hop.
A lot of y'all, like I said, acting real cool and smooth right now, but there was a lot of push for this battle. So I'm glad it's going down. We like I said, this was a little hard to find on some DSPs because again, a lot of this music was unreleased. Thank goodness, you know what I'm saying, for good old YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to YouTube. All day, every day, yes, sir. So again, we will be playing off of YouTube tonight. So bear with us. But just so you know, with this first song coming up right now, this was a song that came out, I don't remember the exact year, but it definitely was, I would say, in the 90s. And we're going to basically talking about Mobb Deep's Young Love. That contribution with that Prince sample. Why will it not play this right? Here we go. Oh, you piece of shit.
Prince was like, no.
Prince is like, no.
Yo, for real, like he's like, it's not going to happen. Wow, you piece of shit. So why does this keep happening? Okay, I really feel like it doesn't want to play the record for some reason. Here we go. Young Love.
It goes to Prince.
Got time for me? Cause if you do, I'll take you on the moon, baby. Know what I'm saying? Surprise you tonight. Fresh out this bitch pussy, hand in the middle of the bomb dorm. Super hoe putting on a freak show inside the mini mansion. Have bitches dancing in the naked, bitch, you ain't ready. My dick is 2% head, 98% shaft heavy. Steadily long stroking shit. B stand for penetration while y'all polying. I'm in the back, digging her back. I shorty hollering. Candy girl took a blast of this shit. I got her in a pretzel, pushing her legs back. She wet too. Perverted niggas do this type of shit all day. Sodomize, modernize them. Up to my standards. 1996 bitches got ran through. 1997 cancel that hoe. She blessed the God well though. Word up, son, you know what I'm saying? Nah, that go though. Caligula style, Young Love, model actress, superstar, porn star on a mattress. Looking like Jada Pinkett. I stabbed it, the vultures grabbed it. Money no date, raped it, videotaped it. Handy camera record, the bitches born me. My dick went soft, Young Love, Young Love. Scrubbing that crotch with dub. Potpourri bitches get fucked and mouth plugged. So lady cops, secretarians, and librarian. Midtown high class hoes with pearl earrings. What would do a true to life, vulture like me. Beat you over the head with G and drag it back to the cage. And let this Mobb nigga coach boo. Train that ass, put it on curfew. Hey young love, love. Hey young love, love. Young love, young love. Hey young love, love. Hey young love, love. Hey young love, love. Young love, young love. Left it in the hole.
Here we go. I got a feeling we're going to be hearing that music a little bit more throughout the evening, so we can leave another verse for later, worst case scenario. Again, first entry of the evening of the best unreleased Mobb Deep song of all time. I think that's pretty cool, man. The fact that, and I'm seeing all the chatter in the chat, Mobb Deep got mad records, bro. Mad records that we know about, and if you're a real fan, you're digging it and still finding things. Today with the homework that I had to do based, on coming up with some of these records, I'm sure you guys the same in the room. Man, I came across so many songs. It's insane. I mean, what do y'all think about Young Love as an entry? I mean, do we all agree it should be on this list? What are you guys thinking in the chat?
For sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's got to be, right? It's not, it definitely was. I mean, we've been saying it in the chat. There's no way Prince was going to okay them releasing this in
Nah.
official format.
I mean, can we just talk about before you mentioned you think it might have been called Gun Love, and I'm like, man, if it was rejected upon delivery.
No, they have a song called Gun Love, which has a Montel Jordan sample.
Yes.
Oh my! Yes. I think I remember that one too. Again, so many joints. Again, a lot of joints had to be found, like I said, via YouTube because the DSPs ain't really. I guess they never cleared any of these records. I think that's maybe some of the reasons some of these records never came out. Right? You mentioned that earlier, Scam.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way
think,
this got cleared, bro.
Yeah, I mean, this is also the time where Prince he never really cleared anyone using his music, and this was definitely easy. We can see why, based off the lyrics alone, why Prince would never ever clear this. But
this is mid-90s, right?
Yeah, so Prince wasn't a lover of hip hop?
No, he was. He just wasn't a love. Prince was pretty religious, so he wasn't really a fan of like the gun talking and the violence and whatnot.
He was religious, showing his buns out to people.
It is a little weird. No, he's right. It's a little weird, but
wow,
he'll do all that, but he won't celebrate Christmas. No, I'm saying he's right though. He'll show his ass, but he won't celebrate Christmas. I mean, pick a side. I'm just saying.
Wow.
Hey, Sean Douglas Hauser in the building. I see you, Playboy. I ain't seen you in a minute, man. Shout out to you in the building. Mr. September in the building. Shout out to everybody that joins us. Like I said,
I would add too, bro. Prince wasn't the only one that didn't clear hip hop samples. I think Anita Baker was another one, and
who was you said?
Anita Baker.
Oh.
And somebody else where
MJ.
Barry White
was
didn't
kind of
really
tough.
clear samples either.
What was that? I'm sorry.
He said Barry White.
Michael Jackson. MJ was he wasn't letting everything go through neither.
Okay. Yeah, there was some artists that it was basically don't even bother sampling them because they're not gonna clear. Beatles was another one, like don't even bother. Like they're not gonna clear the samples. You know what I mean?
That's why everybody take a chance. The artists take a chance, and so they can put up mixtapes so people can hear it.
Well, yeah, I mean that's the thing about even with these Mobb Deep records that was crazy. What I was getting ready to say is that although this record was never officially put out, this is probably you recognize this Mobb Deep song. Like you've heard it, even though it never officially came out. This is one of those records that this is an official bootleg. But it's so popular.
Yeah, sure.
It's so popular amongst true Mobb Deep fans that it has a life of its own.
Yeah, it was on mixtapes heavy. And the first time I heard it, I was like, "Oh my god! Like this has to be on something," and it never showed up on any album, man.
Hobo, it's funny you bring that. I was gonna ask because I remember this probably being the first Mobb Deep record I couldn't find. Like being a record store shopper at that time and being like, and they'd be like, nah, I don't know what you're talking about. And then when you finally get to your rock and soul era and you find it on Crib Records.
Crib Records, shout out to Crib Records, baby.
Crib Records, baby. And you're like, oh snap! What is this? The joint I was looking, and then I remember they had an official. I'm not gonna say it was Crib Records, but an official rock and soul white label that had like 4 or 5 Mobb Deep unreleased joints on it. I remember, and Young Love was one of them. I remember.
Yep.
Shout out to all my vinyl heads, all my rock and soul heads.
I need to find that.
Yeah. That's a little. You know what's crazy? We probably have all them songs out now, but at that time, woo, having that, forget about it. That was insane. Let's keep pushing forward. Like I said, a lot of dope music to talk about tonight. Young Love sounds like it's got everybody's approved to actually be in this game. Again, we are talking about the best unreleased Mobb Deep songs of all time. We are currently going through track 1. Let's go to track number 2. In the long run, another popular one brought to by a bunch of people in the room right here. Chat, if you know what the song is about, let's talk about it in the chat. We'll talk about it after I play the song. You guys know what I'm talking about. In the long run, Mobb Deep. Let's go.
Son, it's on, son. Cause in the long run, we can be on, son. It's on, son. Extra cash just for more guns. Cause in the long run, we can be on, son. It's on, son. Extra cash for more guns. Yo, Ty Diddy, Air Force Ones, call up my duns. Got more niggas like C on sesame buns. Caught a body on the run. You don't want none. Lump sum, extort niggas for they lump sum, no doubt. Proceed with that weed indeed. Havoc, lace the track, razor sharp, you bleed.
My whole mission, like a platoon, take position. Ain't going in if the click can't get in. That's where the minds have you stressed like jail time. Get that loot up, no doubt. I bail mines, easy access. Shorty straight up, hit the mattress. Have you role playing just like an actress. My tactics leave a nigga stuck doing backflips. I black out, take it to the gas, fuck this rap shit. Let my nigga shine, rate my rhymes like a dime.
Swollen bullet wound, head ass. Yo, who's the wannabe? Made it to example. Nigga, you pop shit with the wrong guys. It's time. What? My mom would get on top of you, like a full guy. You fell down, clown. Heard some 4-pound sound. My 86 style now. 10 years later, still hold the firm ground. Nigga P Thugly. Enter the ring with something for anyone who wanna play gun. What up, G? I clap you, stop you in your tracks. How about that? Now analyze these cats alive, nigga. Rap. You seen Strap, came outside on hype with gas. Got juiced up, now Bishop think he thuggin' his Black Panther's rapidation. Get your little head pinched off. Look and touch you, they left you for Queens to finish off. Fucking Keith Murray ain't a soul click. Yeah, you snuff me in front of the cops, that bullshit. So you come around the corner, no police and no witnesses. Little to your knowledge, you almost got shot, but that's alright though. I'ma catch your ass again, you fucking immigrant. For 2 cents, my mom running shit, you fucking cops and ass coward. The forecast call for gray skies and gun showers.
That's enough. I gotta stop. Press the wrong button. God damn. Enough. It's enough. P went crazy.
Wow.
Yo, I never heard that song before.
What?
Today. First time ever hearing that song today.
Wow.
You heard who he's talking about.
Wow.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a few people. I mean, there's one he mentions by name. There's another that's not with us no more. Yeah, I mean, it's no secret. Mobb Deep, Tupac have issues. You know what I'm saying? Keith Murray, Mobb Deep had issues. And they address it right here. You know what I'm saying?
Prodigy had issues.
That's Mobb Deep. That's Mobb Deep. If you got problems, Triple C, we got problems. You know what I'm saying?
I love this song, man. I remember it was a hidden track on, I believe, the Hell on Earth album from now.
No shit.
It was a hidden track. So it was the last. You know how it was back then. You have to get to the end, and then you gotta wait like
You gotta let it run. Yeah, you gotta let
and
it
then
run.
it comes on. So it was a hidden track on there when this joint came out. I believe it's the Hell on Earth album. No, we could look that up. I believe
It sounds about right because you got Drop a Gem on them, which is off Hell on Earth, and people will resonate that time period about the Keith Murray thing and that the Tupac thing and all of that around that same time period. A lot of talk online recently about Hell on Earth being like the secret arsenal weapon of Mobb Deep, like that gets overlooked on a regular basis.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely.
Should chat? I'm gonna ask the chat. I'm gonna ask you guys in the room. Maybe should we do an Infamous versus Hell on Earth battle?
I wouldn't say that. I don't know if I do that.
Well, what do you mean? What do you mean? Why would you say that?
I think it's a good conversation of sophomore effort. Was it did it live up to the hype? Was it as good as the
Technically, it's the junior effort, and we know this. But
right.
but in terms of we've done Illmatic versus It Was Written.
Mm-hmm.
Done Ghostface with his Supreme Clientele versus
Mhm.
Bullet, right? I think it was. Or Pretty Tony? Was it Pretty Tony? I don't remember. Pardon me.
Mm-hmm.
Did we do the Infamous? Did we do?
We did Infamous versus.
Right.
No, we did music. We did Murder Music versus The Locks in the Streets.
Murder Music. Right. Murder Music. Yeah.
We haven't touched the Infamous, believe it or not. I don't think we have. We did MOP versus Mobb as a collective entire career. But again, just something to think about. Chat. I mean, what do you guys think? Is that a no-go? I mean, is that blasphemy? What I just said? Hell on Earth versus Shook One's part. I mean, not Shook One. Pardon me. The Infamous. What do you?
I'm not mad at it.
We can have a conversation. So boom, in the long run, like I said,
No. I'm just. I think for those two records, I think they're two different vibes to me. Even though it's Mobb Deep, I think they're two different vibes off of it. And I think you have different anthems on each, in my opinion.
It's in his production bag heavy on Hell on Earth. Because by this point, he knows what the fuck he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying he didn't know what he was doing on the Infamous, because he obviously did. But you got, Q-Tip coming in and helping with a little couple of, I think by the time he's like, nah, I got this. Hell on Earth is like
you can hear it. Like Havoc is on the 3000 now. With once because I didn't realize when he talked the other day that he did Shook Ones on the EPS. I didn't realize he used the EPS. So this one you could tell it's the MPC 3000 full. And I think this album to me kind of really, I mean the Hell on Earth album to me, I think really solidified that Mobb Deep Havoc style of that dark production. In my opinion.
I mean, even Nine Instrumentals was chiming in. He said he likes Hell on Earth more. I don't know. We might have to revisit this conversation. Let's keep pushing forward. Again, it's Mobb Deep evening. Like I said, we love some Mobb Deep up in here. Let's talk about the best unreleased Mobb Deep songs of all time. We are currently playing the third track on a list of 6. We just played Young Love. We just played In the Long Run, which features Ty Nitty, if I'm not mistaken. And we're about to play another one. Make sure I cue this up first. This one, another crowd favorite that ended up getting voted into the room by everybody that submitted records. Another Mobb Deep song. I'm not sure which era. Maybe you guys can enlighten me in the chat or in the room over here. Let's talk about Everyday Gunplay.
Goddamn, my son just got hit. Time to bounce out of North Click and come home to the same old bullshit. Call the emergency room, then I assume. Prepare for the worst, look to see your full moon. Hello, did you receive a young black male? I waited, she said no doubt he won't make it. I paused, try to face it. A tear jerked to in the buck, 95 north, 200 miles from New York. First reaction, called up, son, what happened? I was in my bed when I heard niggas clapping. Peep out the window, so a black coupe murk off. It was the Lex. At the time I wasn't sure. Police lights, yellow tapes, ambulances. Homicide D stayed my distance, took no chance until I saw its moms with mad blood in her arms. Try to stay calm, look down, it was the dawn. Shook my head, my motherfucking main man's dead. That was my heart, my motherfucking man too. And yo, I said, Hans, you know the deal, just chill. When you get my page, meet me on the hill, 1L. Called up P, some bad news. They just bodies on, informed the whole crew. Finally in New York, school Hans met up with P. Hit the lab, gave niggas third degree with the knowledge. Suspicious niggas up in Hollis, they don't click quick. I think he used to cop they chronic. But by the way, I think Dawn Bone Kid Lady ever since shit was tense and mad shady. He must have found out, set son up for the kill, hit him with an offer or too good to be true deal. It made sense, Dawn was on point, probably bent, made a connect. Hung with the phone, left the text right back. That was my man, so fuck that. In the Tahoe, black mask on the low, doing 95. Sunrise, they gotta go, let the heat blow. No words, just let her know. Came to a corner, flew up Sunday, go relax. The shit is black. On top of that, I think that's it. One in the back, two in the front. Fuck it. Take cane, grab the bat and buck. I don't know, kid.
Every night, every day, all I hear is mad Gunplay. I think I'm losing my mind. Every night, every day, all I hear
2.
It was 1:45. Listen, man.
Mm.
Hey, that P verse, you gotta vote correctly. Like I said, we gonna start the voting in a little while. We're just playing the gems first, trying a little something different this time around. Like I said, let's get through all the songs first. I mean, let's talk about it a little bit. Everyday Gunplay. I mean, a few of y'all voted this into the room tonight. Anybody want to speak on it?
I said, why that didn't make it to any albums? That's still.
Oh, could be a sample thing too. You're right, 'cause it's definitely fire.
It could be a variety of things too. It could be sample. It could be maybe it just, when you're sequencing the album, maybe it just didn't fit.
Yeah.
Right? Because when you think of if this is the Hell on Earth time, I could see this
Is it
being
though?
a
Is
dope
it
song.
the hard time
Say it again.
Yeah, 96.
though?
Yeah.
Is it okay?
So I could easily see this not necessarily fitting on the album, but maybe it's on the B side of a single. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something like that. It may not have fit the sequence of the album. And that's the thing, with Mobb Deep, they have so many songs that we all resonate with, because the thing what makes Mobb Deep so unique and so special is we always talk about P. Havoc too doesn't get enough credit sometimes for his lyrics. And his lyrics be grimy on some real grimy streetness.
Yeah.
And when you have both of them together over Havoc's production, that's that Mobb Deep's, that Mobb Deep sound. Like even listening to this beat with the voice in the background and just like that real eerie kind of vibe. And at the same time, like it's eerie, but then the tempo, I think maybe it's like around 95, 96 BPM. So it has a certain drive to it as well. You know what I mean? So it's one of the reasons why I love this record so much.
Nah, it's fire. I mean, again, he's not the only one that voted this record in tonight. Does anybody want to say something? Anybody in the chat got something to say about this record? Are some of y'all hearing this record for the very first time? Let us know in the comments or in the chat. Tonight was the first time I heard this particular record, doing my homework. And I think it's fire.
I had heard this one before. This one I heard.
Yeah, I've heard this one before.
Yeah.
This shit was fire to me. Again, this is like quiet gems like that would have got played, like like Future Flavors, them kind of shows. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and my fault, Jules. Go ahead. I mean,
no. I was gonna say you just gotta be up late to hear these records, but you go ahead.
Street FM.
Street FM.
I was gonna say, listening to these records too, man. Listening to that joint in particular, that feels to me like a nighttime driving through Queensbridge or Queens. You're on the Grand Central, you know what I mean? You're doing about 80 or 90 or something. You playing this, you in a certain state of mind with these Mobb Deep records back then.
Yeah.
Is that Chinky on this record?
Say it again?
That Chinky on this record?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know. It might be. I don't know.
I'm really mad we never got even just a Chinky EP, anything. Like
we might have though. I think somewhere there is something with her. I think.
I've never.
We might need to do a Takitha versus Blue Raspberry battle. You know what I'm saying? Was it Black Raspberry, Blue Raspberry? I forgot that name.
Blue Raspberry.
Blue Raspberry, because they were very, very present for a lot of. Let's be clear, like really, really street hip hop shit. There was nothing very feminine about a lot of these records. I mean,
it led to the sound.
I mean, but it became signature.
Yeah,
because like I said, like that's Chicky, right? And it's like, I think it might. You just don't know it because we can't read it, but it's Chicky too. Chicky got that position.
I mean, that's the thing about Mobb Deep. Again, even if you say that, Jules, that's the same thing how we feel about Noid. Noid is the unofficial third member of Mobb Deep.
Yes.
The unofficial, Mobb Deep singer.
I don't know why Big Noid is not out right now with Havoc and him basically doing all of these parts.
They are.
Noid is staying busy. Yeah, shout out to DCM. Noid.
It's what Scan said. Like even in terms of like who should be allowed to do piece parts, like Noid.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was going to say something. Scan was talking about before about the production and stuff. So we can't forget about Alchemist as well too, man. Because Alchemist is a part of that Mobb Deep family. He's just part of that circle as well too. So
we'll get into his records a little bit later. Because we're gonna play one, I believe. But Alchemist also came on the next album. Right. When he came with the Mobb Deep sound, or lent to the Mobb Deep sound, I should say, because that's the thing. He Mobb Deep sound was already at this time already established. You know what I mean? So he was stepping into that to to be kind of clear with that.
And I believe if I remember correctly, shout out to my dude Illa G. I believe it was Illa G who had that connection with Alchemist and Prodigy and Havoc. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I believe I remember him talking about that.
Hold me down. With the 4-4, the 4-4.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you have no idea how funny Illa G is as a dude.
I believe
it. As goonish and his stories. There's a crazy story he explained about when he came out of jail and shit like that. One time when we was in the studio, but just even how he's talking about the presence of, hey, yo, Prodigy, get behind me, it's about to get thumping, and he's just like he's talking about in the middle of war, but just the shit that he's saying is just fucking hilarious in his face. Illa G is a comedian, man. He's a fucking comedian, bro.
Definitely.
Go to 444. Know what I mean?
44 years old.
So, Jules, I have a question. So, out of these two, we had to choose which one. Go.
I'm gonna play. Well, we just played 3 records, so we're gonna keep playing the rest of them. And I already off camera while we were just listening to these last few records came up with the lineup of the infamous raffle bucket, and we're ready to go. We are going to, like I said, but I just want to play music. Let's play music tonight because again, a lot of these joints are getting first time plays for a lot of people. And like I said, we're gonna get to play them again because of the next few rounds. So let's just push forward. Shout out DJ My Turn in the building. I see you, Playboy. You know what I'm saying? Like, good, it's a good night. You slid in on a good night. It's Mobb Deep night. You know what I'm saying? Best of Mobb Deep unreleased joints. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Polar Nights. We see you. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep pushing forward. There is another joint. Again, I would love to know if you guys can sort of pinpoint at what point in time this next record came about. This is a favorite of mine. It actually, I'm not even saying got done over. I guess you could say 50 did a freestyle on the beat at one point in time with Yayo. But this is a little song we all know and love called Cobra.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just when you thought it was over, the mob came back to put the game in the Cobra. Just when you thought it was over, the mob came back to put the game in the Cobra. Yeah. You can catch me by the bar. Shorty loving my flow, getting the nipples, huh? Asked what's up with the mob and heard y'all broke up. Look off in the corner, dig a pee, now focus. That been my crime for 15. A rumor of this nature couldn't stop us from getting cream. A nigga asked me one more time in the info beam. Chop your homie down, make a nigga my mini-me. Stop all the gossip, baby, don't you got better things? Fuck a new friend, they just potential enemies. Open old wounds on you, hold you, then let it bleed. Can't front the jealousy, just bring out the best of me. Been how to hate 'em, spit the ether, the cheddar brain. Work friends, yeah, they all on my melody. Me and P generals, y'all just soldiers. Mob here forever, trick, remember I told ya. Just when you thought it was over, the mob came back to put the game in the Cobra. Just when you thought it was over, the mob came back to put the game in the Cobra. Just when you thought it was over, the mob came back to put the game in the Cobra. Just when you thought it was over, the mob came back to put the game in the Cobra.
The best two-man team in rap music. You don't gotta ask, this is what it sound like to be ruthless. Relentless at making hits. Mobb Deep, boy, what y'all gonna do? With my bullets upon your head. The only one you know is squeezing folks and connect with whoever I was squeezing for. I get searched and let them feel my gun. Ain't no P not shooting unless you force him. Ain't no have won't get you unless you make that nigga. And we off in the club doing what we does. So why you running your mouth about us? Me and Have in the hotel trading sluts. You can rally the troops for my thuns. Call all your goons from when you was locked up. Put us all in one room and we can lock up. This is infamous to the death, son.
When you thought it was over. Hey! Listen, man. Got 2 verses off this time. Got a P verse, a Havoc verse. Like I said, it's a little song we all know and love called Cobra, aka the Cobra Clutch, if you know. I mean, were any of y'all familiar with this record at one point, or were some of y'all just familiar with the 50 version and didn't know that this was a Mobb Deep song? What's the feedback? What's going on?
Yeah, I'll say I didn't realize this was a Mobb Deep joint. Like the beat and everything I had heard for a long time, but I didn't until the homework. I didn't, and like coming across shit, I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? Like I thought I heard this. So like this was what you was just saying before, like music that first time hearing.
Was this newer Mobb Deep? Was this like Mobb Deep around G Unit time?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe so.
Someone was asking.
Go ahead.
No, I'm saying someone was asking who did the production. It's listed as Havoc. Havoc did the beat.
Okay. No, I didn't remember because I know around this time when Havoc was on the G Unit, I think he started to have a couple other than Alchemist, another couple other producers on staff. So I just wanted to make sure because I wasn't sure if it was Havoc or not.
I believe so. I'm gonna double check it right now, but when I did my homework this afternoon, I'm almost positive that he did.
Beats fire regardless.
Yeah. And I was saying it in the chat. I was saying it in the chat, but anytime I think of Mobb Deep, I think of Erie. You know what I mean? This sample has something to it. Even I think it was on the Infamous album. When they was getting ready to shoot out the window and they had the what was the old TV show in the background? Was it
was the Godfather Part 3 skit you're talking about?
Maybe it was the Godfather Part 3 skit. You know what I mean? Like I've just always associated eerie samples and eerie sounds with Mobb Deep and how they turn it into something of a production. And this is an example of that.
Yeah, that's what they do best.
That's the brilliance of it though. Like I think sometimes kind of touching back real quick, when we think of New York, like this is New York around one of the greater times to be in New York around with hip hop. And I think this Mobb Deep sound again really defines that second era of New York, right? Because we talked about in previous episodes, especially I think with what Smith and Wesson and Black Moon and Duck Down, where that 92 dark, watery, grimy Brooklyn feel, right? But I think Mobb Deep was dark and eerie in a different way.
It was brighter.
That boot camp sound.
I felt like it was just brighter.
Faster.
Could be. It could be that, and it could be. And it's both because I think Beat Miners were mixing at D&D, and I think Mobb Deep. I know they used Tony Solo or Tommy Solo was their engineer, and I used to study him a lot too because his mixes were very bright, and so it brightened up how dark the beats were made. So yeah, I think you're both right.
Nice. Shout out to Joe. Joe said 94, 97 Prodigy were like Prodigy verses between the year 94 and 97 were God tier levels, he said.
98 to 2000 also. That Murder Music album, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
the adrenaline
crazy.
The adrenaline verse that Prodigy had on that was God tier. So
there's a lot of comments and chatting going on, and it makes me think also, like, when we think big on Life After Death, he really was pulling like the early Jay-Z kind of tactic, the early Drake tactic. Like I'm gonna take y'all sound and put it on my shit. When I think about it, like, because when we hear Havoc production on Life After Death, you're like, he really was like, I need that Mobb Deep sound.
Mm-hmm.
I need and it sound like a Mobb Deep record.
Yeah.
And then with Long Kiss Goodnight, I need that RZA sound, and like I can easily see Wu-Tang on that beat.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, boom, I need that, and like he did that, and it was just like people can never do that except for like the overall beat sound. But like, I know I'm going off topic a little bit, but Prodigy, man, like rest in peace, Prodigy. Like I feel like we haven't. Man, P was like I agree with Joe Heard him. Like he was on another level. He was the favorite to me personally. It was always like what's the P verse gonna be like?
Right.
Absolutely.
And for those and if you know everybody knows that if you're a Prodigy fan, it didn't even always rhyme half the time.
It sounded deadly.
It just sounded deadly, but it didn't even. Sometimes I'm telling you thinking like yes it did. Like no, it didn't. Like,
but that's what made Prodigy. That's what made Prodigy Prodigy. It was his vocal tone, his cadence, how he said particular words, and just the way he said it. And then you listen to his lyrics. You know what I mean?
A lot of attitude.
Yeah,
right.
A lot of attitude. Right. I'm not even talking like in a like giving you attitude, just like when he's the skit alone, you know, he ain't talking to nobody but a microphone. Right. You know what I'm saying? But he got a lot of attitude in that skit. You know what I'm saying?
He said it. He said, I know I'm a little nigga. It's not about that. It's about who get who first.
Yo, the verse to Adrenaline, the verse on the Murder Music, the first verse that Prodigy has to Adrenaline I feel like that was Prodigy letting everybody know, like, yo, I'm an older in my prime now Prodigy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just the young little dude. And if you listen to the lyrics and just specifically how he's saying that verse, how he's saying the words, how like, you know, your shit is ass cheeks. Niggas be asking for ass whippings, guns kick like Pele. It's just his approach around that murder music time with his lyrics and his approach was entirely different. So that's why, like, when you hear Young Love, to hear how vulgar he was in the verse, he didn't maintain that kind of vulgar kind of style as he went on. You know what I mean? This is the same dude that had Hey Love, right? Was it Hey Love? That was the hit single that they had?
The Thug Love and that Triple C like, son.
That's the Love and that Triple C like, you know what I mean? Let me oil my guns to this, boo. Sit down. You know what I'm saying? So it is crazy.
Listen, it's only right, like I said, that we keep playing more and more Mobb Deep all evening again. Every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget, we do it here live on Twitch. Eats, Beats, and Rhymes. Tonight, we're doing the Who Do You Got singles battle. We're currently playing all 6 records, and then we'll find out who's battling who. We just went through 4 records. We're up to number 5. This was a personal favorite of mine that I knew about, forgot about, rediscovered upon homework. This is a song featuring your man Big Noid. We got to give him his flowers. We were just talking about him. Let's talk about Perfect Plot.
The mall coming through, no doubt, kids scheming and laying with the perfect plot. We the first ones awoke and the last ones asleep, and that's why we got the drop. Rip shows, hit hoes. I'm the type of nigga that'll have your baby father vexed. Whatever you say bounces off of me and right back to you, and if it get back to us, then we clapping you. What?
Born to be wild, pushed to the front of the crowd, top of the pile, state of the art rhymes 100 miles. I lay down on chocolate clouds, then pull out and let blow on any clown. Listen to the glow go round, cause my silence is the most powerfulest weapon yet found. Hold it down, my tongue that is, or bring the biz, keep it tight. My mouthpiece dispense my clips, fuckin' with me, the scenery get highly intense. Intelligent, gun buckers, duck fucker, you get bent over. I'm not signing out, soldier, rocket launcher, shank musketeer, face carpenter. You need to downshift and slow down, kid, or get surrounded and pound it out real quick. Hey yo, check out what the storm blew in.
The ball coming through, no doubt, kids scheming and laying with the perfect plot. We the first ones awoke and the last ones asleep, and that's why we got the drop. Rip shows, hit hoes. I'm the type of nigga that'll have your baby father vexed. Whatever you say bounces off of me and right back to you, and if it get back to us, then we clapping you. What?
Check the main attraction of this rap shit, the infamous slap some shit on the track and get this whole atlas wide open and stuck on it. You need to hang it up like a warning. Your shit pouring, rap it pouring on your head like a storming. Hellfire, Vietnam, your whole outfit get re-rounded. Yo, you bout it, though I doubt it. While you girl scout it, I'll be reppin' QB, drowning. Boxes of Heineken's, gin bottles with the handles, rubber handles and crack paper. Getting flipped to stack paper, the beats flavor, make the power more greater. Fuck your mob haters. We got your wives on the beta while you playing with her. We making her loose and turned on. She love when the thug is blowing. She get around when I walk around with the gun showing. The mob steady blowing with this 9-8 shit. Before I had my clip, before I had my click, a nigga wasn't shit. Y'all niggas wasn't feeling this shit. Now you hearing it, get off my dick. Y'all niggas sick like a virus. I wish one of y'all niggas try this.
Perfect Plot. Like I said, a lot of people don't know this song right here. I didn't know it either. I ain't gonna lie.
I never heard it.
Never heard that
it
joint.
myself.
Never heard that joint.
One of the few reasons, not gonna lie, it didn't show up on anybody's suggestion box.
Yeah, never
You
heard this.
put that in there yourself, son?
And I'm gonna tell you why. I have data to back. Check it out. Pardon me. I was just gonna brag about it because shout out DJ Shazam X, my bad. It was one of the most played songs on the YouTube archives of unreleased music. It had a lot of spins compared to some of these other ones. Like, it had more spins than Young Love. And I was like, oh shit, like, wow. And I think you kind of see why. It's a fire track. It's definitely produced by Havoc, according to the information I was able to look up. So for everybody asking in the chat, it's called Perfect Plot, featuring Big Noid. And I had to let that Noid verse rock. I mean, what y'all think about that? Since you're hearing it for
Fire.
what do y'all think?
It was probably supposed to be meant for a Noid album, maybe.
Maybe.
So I can see it sitting with Noid's first album. I love Noid's first album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It definitely sounds like something that would be on there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see that too.
I think it's something like that sound, that year, that 98, that specific Mobb Deep sound is so crazy. Like, this is bringing me back to the tapes. I feel like going digging through my actual tapes to find out what Mobb Deep records I have on this. That's like, I know for me, like, it's like, oh shit, I really didn't hear this. There's some joints that I remember on certain mixtapes in passing, or maybe my man had, and I heard it one time, but I didn't get a chance to dub it before he got it back. You know what I mean? But like,
right,
it's definitely a crazy nostalgic feeling.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It's crazy. It's such a, man. Again, like I said, so many gems to be discovered still. For those, like I said, who want to know, we use this particular. Is it a mixtape with Triple C? What I mean, it's called the Infamous Archives. It's like over 40 songs. It's not on any DSPs. It's basically, you know, kind of like something you can get online. Wink, wink. But it doesn't say if it's produced by anybody or DJ or anything like that. But it looked legit as hell. It has, like I said, over 40 joints on it. This was just one example of some of the material we were looking through for song suggestions for tonight. And this was one that, like I said, on this particular 40 song playlist, this one was one of the higher played songs. So I thought it might be a gem that maybe I wasn't familiar with, but it sounds like neither were you guys. But it seems to be like a crowd favorite. Like I said, the numbers are pretty interesting on it. So that's Perfect Plot. We're gonna keep moving forward. Hold on, everybody's talking about Noid. My bad. I'm reading the chat room. Criminally Underrated, his first album, says Joe heard him. No, I accept that Joe heard him. My bad. DJ Shazam X has mad unreleased Mobb Deep. I mean, are you familiar with like this joint tonight? Did you know about Perfect Plot? Because again, I didn't know about that. We played Young Love. We played In the Long Run, which is the Tupac and Keith Murray disc. Everyday Gunplay, Cobra, and now we just played Perfect Plot. So let me know if you guys know about any of those. Does anybody want to add anything before we move on to this last record? New? Let's do it. So this is again another era of Mobb Deep when someone had mentioned earlier when they introduced you could basically call him a honorary member of Mobb Deep, new member, The Alchemist. And this wasn't, I don't think his first record that he did with them. Actually, it's not. But this was a gem that never got released. And I believe some people may recognize it. When I discovered this wasn't on any kind of project that was released, I was a bit shocked because I feel like I've heard this record a lot. You guys let me know. It's a little gem produced by Alchemist called Backwards.
Right there. Yeah. Spin that back. Drop it. Yeah. Stay out the lab. Chemistry man. You know. Yeah. I don't wanna wow. I just wanna chill with getting still, getting confronted by ice grills. We learn when I hit it with heat inconspicuous. Start just a little bit, start we gonna finish this shit. You little niggas running around snot nose. I laugh with a cold grin. I bet you wanna pose. You fucking with a nigga who done been through the bullshit. Niggas die wasabi, close friends turning grimy. Wifey, boning associates, hate a simple bitch. Add it all together, you know who you fucking with. A nigga who can give a fuck if you broke. Give a fuck what he told. Got the drop and blow. You's a scared nigga trying to live. Yellow back and shit. You's a real good actor. You click actresses. The fact is, niggas lose strikes for trying to master this. Habits a total package, knock a nigga off his axis. When I switch it get backwards, real niggas hand through. Big for this on done, then go up if I have to. Niggas scream gangster. Real niggas play low, play in the back, but fuck around and get smacked, yo. And I switch the cat backwards, real niggas handle. Deep when it's on done, then go if I have to. Niggas been gangsta, real niggas play low, play in the back, but fuck around and get smacked, yo.
I love it when these niggas think it's something sweet with P.
Woo! they love when you think.
You cut it off at the wrong.
You cut
At the
Yeah.
wrong time. At the wrong time. At the wrong time.
Oh,
wrong time.
Yeah,
Wow.
isn't this land speed? Isn't this land speed area?
Yeah,
Era?
I have this on the CD on a compilation.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah,
I
it was
got-
on.
there was-
I know it was on Free Agents. I know.
Yeah, it was off the free agents. I think that was the land speed. Right. This is right before he linked up with 50. Right before they linked up with 50.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think they were trying to get a few more projects out before doing that G Unit move. DJ Shazam X says our chemist is his favorite all-time producer. Listen, we all feel the same way over here. So
Absolutely.
we love some Alchemist, and it's rare to get that marriage. Like I said, like it's one thing to produce a lot of tracks for a group you fuck with, but it's like they include him. Like he's honor. Like I feel like there's two other honorary members of Mobb Deep. We just talked about Big Noid, and I feel Alchemist is another. You know what I'm saying? It's like that sums up that chapter for me in Mobb Deep right there. So that right there, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching, like I said, every 8 o'clock on Monday nights, we do this live on Twitch. Don't forget, Eats, Beats, and Rhymes presents Who Do You Got? Tonight's singles edition, best unreleased Mobb Deep song of all time. We played Young Love, In the Long Run, Everyday Gunplay, Cobra, Perfect Plot, and Backwards. Everybody got a little gist of a different bit of era of Mobb Deep, a little bit of different production styles. But let's talk about it. I've already summed up what the battles will be. We're going to go ahead and go through these kind of quick so that we can figure out what is the best unreleased Mobb Deep song of all time. Round number 1, upon doing the raffle and figuring out what records will go up against each other, Young Love will be going up against Everyday Gunplay. I know. Weird. Round 2, In the Long Run versus Backwards. Again, weird. And last but not least, Cobra versus Perfect Plot. Again, weird. What's crazy? I think that they're all Havoc, but like, well, except for Alchemist, right? But like they all sound kind of opposite each other. So it's like different era Mobb Deep versus different era Mobb Deep. Interesting. So let's go ahead and go around the room real quick. Like I said, let's figure this out. We could play a little bit if you guys need refreshers, but we're not gonna play a lot for now. You know what I'm saying? Because we'll save that for the next round. But let's do it. Round number 1, Young Love versus Everyday Gunplay. What do you guys think? Triple C, what are you picking when it comes between these two records?
Damn, can you play a sample for both of them again?
I'll play you a quick little sample.
both of them.
Oof.
There you go.
There you go, Trip.
What's up, boo? Shit with you. You got time for me? Hey, 98% shaft heavy, steadily long stroking shit. B stand for penetration while y'all polying. I'm in the back, digging the back. I shorty hollering. Candy girl took a blast of this shit. I got her in the pretzel. Goddamn, my son just got hit. Time to bounce out of North Click and come home to the same old bullshit. Call the emergency room, then I assume prepare for the worst. Look to see your full moon. At the time I wasn't sure. Police lights, yellow tapes, ambulances. Homicide D state, my distance took no chance until I saw its moms.
Get the gist of it. Like I said, just want to skim through it kind of quickly right there. First round, Young Love versus Everyday Gunplay.
Damn.
What are you guys thinking? The ladies versus the gats is the way I look at that round.
Shirts versus the skins.
Shirts. Was it blouses versus shirts?
Again, I'm gonna go with Everyday Gunplay on this.
Yeah.
We'll go Everyday Gunplay. Okay, Triple C. I mean, I should have known. I should have just said, why? What's has the word gun in the title? You vote in that direction. You know what I'm saying? Everyday Gunplay. Let's talk about it. My man Baba Midi, what do you think between these two records, Young Love versus Everyday Gunplay?
I'm going Everyday Gunplay.
Ooh, we're seeing a trend. Are people not feeling the Prince vibe? What are you thinking about, DJ Hobo?
I'm going Young Love. That Prince. I love Prince, and that just hearing somebody rhyme that grimy over a Prince song is just it for me.
that's that Prince record. He sings all falsetto, right? Like real.
Yeah. If I was your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Girlfriend, right? He was a little role play. Pause. A little role play. I mean, it was. I mean, what can I say? It was early in his career. We have 2 votes in. Everyday Gunplay, Triple C, and Scan voting that way. DJ Hobo going with Young Love. Cool Breeze, what are you thinking about between these 2 records?
Tough, but I'm gonna go with Everyday Gunplay, man. Like the
Cats, I see cats want to just drive and zone out to a little havoc. I see that. Ike Infamous, what are you thinking about between these 2 records?
Come on, man. You're going with Young Love, man. Listen. You always love a woman, a chick, a girl who loves her hip hop. You playing Young Love and she passing a blunt to you on that one?
Her pum pum shorts.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know, the Queen's Cat stuck together.
Yeah.
Should have known that. Let's figure out what. Shout out to Tough Ass Tiff. Aye! Listen, just right in time.
Right on time.
Let's put Young Love by Mobb Deep, early Mobb Deep, up against Everyday Gunplay. What were the results in the voting booth, DJ Hobo?
Everyday Gunplay, 71%.
Were there too? Oh, snap. Okay, well, I say there too because I'm letting everybody know right now in this room, it wasn't as divided in terms of the numbers right there, but Everyday Gunplay takes the win in this here room, so giving Everyday going to the right over Young Love. I thought Young Love.
Yo, that's wild. That's wild. I agree with you. That's wild. That's so crazy to me. Like, and P's verse is crazy when you hear like how he flips. His verse is so crazy on that, man.
You use Dove on your crotch. So shit like that.
High class hoes with pearl earrings.
You knew what was up. He was a ladies' man. You know what I'm saying? He was quietly a lady. Listen, round number 2. Like I said, let's move on. Like I said, we have a song to label best unreleased Mobb Deep song of all time, and we are basically going to put round number 2 is In the Long Run versus Backwards. So let's go ahead and get a little bit In the Long Run going.
In the long run, we could be on, son. It's on, son.
Cause in the long run, we could be on, son. It's on, son. Extra cash, that's for more guns. Cause in the long run, we could be on, son. It's on, son. Extra cash, that's for more guns.
Yo, Ty Diddy, Air Force Ones, call up my duns. Got more niggas like C's on sesame buns. Caught a body on the run, you don't want none. Lump sum, extort niggas for they lump sum, no doubt. Proceed with that weed indeed. Havoc, lace the track, razor sharp, you bleed.
My whole mission, like a platoon, take position. Ain't going in if my clique can't get in. That's word of mine. Have you stressed like jail time. Get that loot up, no doubt. I bail mines, easy access. Shorty.
Right there. Yeah. Spin that back. Drop it. Yeah. Stay out the flag. Chemistry man. You know. Yeah. I don't wanna wow. I just wanna chill with getting still, getting confronted by ice rails. We learn when I hit it with heat inconspicuous. Stunt just a little bit, start we gonna finish it.
Ooh, you get the gist. You get the gist. Shout out Icy, man. I see you in the building. See what time it is, man. Like I said, let's get that voting booth going. In the long run, the infamous unreleased / leaked, whatever you want to call it, Tupac Keith Murray diss record going up against the Alchemist produced Backwards. Can we talk about it for a little while while Hobo gets his voting booth up? I mean, what what do you guys think about these two records? Two different eras, if you think about it,
Yeah.
and two different producers, obviously. What are you talking about? Trip, where you at with it? You're on mute. Where you at?
Yeah, I gotta go in the long run.
Oh,
Who made that again?
Let's have it.
Yeah,
I still have it.
yeah, haven't made that like that circus theme music into something hot.
Circus thing. I can kind of see where you're coming from with that.
Not in the clown car, Triple C. Well,
Does anybody else feel the same way about in the long run, or is Trip alone there?
Backwards is too dope, man. Backwards is crazy, bro. I mean that beat is stupid.
Yeah, man.
Can we not that this should make the difference in the vote, but I'm just saying, can we talk about, I mean, obviously the elephant in the room. I mean, this was a record that didn't come out, in the long run didn't come out because of the fact that, they were going hard at Pac at that time, pause. And, Pac passed away, so they made the right move, I think, at that point in time, to take the record off or hide it, like maybe as a hidden track or whatever. But son, he went in on Keith Murray. He went in on Tupac.
Yeah, he did. He went crazy. He went in from the first album too. On top of it.
Yeah. Hey, listen, man, and like shout out to CI, shout out to Keith Murray. Of course, as Street FM, the Long Island representative for Eats Beats and Rhymes. When one of the most memorable nights over at the old studio was when Keith Murray came through to Street FM. And if you know about Keith Murray, he's off the leash, as we all know, when he wants to be, you know what I'm saying? And hearing him explain the story of what happened, the actual beef between him and Prodigy and how he was explaining it, you would have thought that he was talking to just me, Fannin, and Keith, who was in the room, but he's talking about this over there. Like he's with the microphone. He was like, "Yeah, man, that I had him underneath the car and all this," and it was so wild. It was a crazy night, and like I'm sitting there and I'm thinking about how monumental, just even at that time, hearing Prodigy talk, hearing Keith Murray talk about the beef between Prodigy. You know what I mean? So I honestly have to go with backwards on this. I'm not going to vote. I'm not going to vote for the other record. It is dope. But I'm not going to vote that way. I'm definitely going to go with backwards because, like Hobo said, the beat to backwards is fire. That's one of those. It was one of those records on that Free Agents album that was like a sleeper. You know what I'm saying? Like if you had the Free Agents, you definitely play that all the time. You know what I mean? It was one of those sleepers.
What's interesting is I think you're even talking about the Free Agents album again. I think that was a Lance beat, like you mentioned. But did you have a physical?
I had the CDs, and then I also had the.
That up. No, I bring that up because you can't find disc 2 anywhere online because those are the unreleased joints. So when you say that record, I'm like, you have it on disc because
in my
you're
house.
still looking at it like I bought it. It was on this, and it's like but that was like I don't even know how they got away with that disc, to be honest. Because those aren't supposed to get out. But
I'm voting for Ike too. You got my vote, Ike. Got my vote.
All right. Appreciate that, my brother. Appreciate
that. So are you also voting backwards?
No. That's why I said I vote for Ike because he's my senator because I'm voting for in the long run. The politics. That's why I said that.
Got it. I was confused for a second. Got it. Now I'm hip. Now I'm hip to the game. So I'm hip to the jive. Cool breeze.
Shout out to my man, Light Gray.
Sir.
Cool breeze. It comes down to you, sir. In the long run versus backwards, which of these two records are you going with?
That backwards joint. The other joint is fine, but that backwards joint is this. Yeah, even man. Yeah, that joint is
backwards is crazy, man.
Yeah, it is. It is. From the start to the end, that joint is this. Yeah.
Does anybody know what that sample is or something? It sounds like some real funky, like
the pocket that they were in is crazy on that. So I looked at the song is called Thunder Kiss by Toshiyuki Honda.
Japanese.
Yo, The Japanese, I'm not even. I don't even want to let it
We
out
know.
the bag.
You know, you know.
but
Nah,
if
don't
you know,
let
you
it
know.
out the bag.
That's not-
Yeah, if you know,
Just
you
hold
know.
on to that.
Yeah, hold on a second. If you know, you
But they
know.
funky. Funky.
Easy. Easy.
And they've been funky for years. They've been soulful and funky for years.
For
Due to a
years,
lot
for years,
of
for
GIs that
years.
over there and you know what I'm saying, a lot of black influence over there from the army side that hung out and chilled there. Like they love some hip hop in Japan, boy.
Yeah, yeah.
They love some hip hop in Japan.
Reggae too. Reggae too. They have a
Oh,
big
yeah.
reggae scene out there too. Like
Big
even
culture.
sound clash DJs from Japan were winning sound clashes in Jamaica.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It's true. It's a fact.
Just
Shout out to
crazy.
everybody. Shout out to everybody that's joining us in the chat. Like I said, Eats, Beats, and Rhymes. Who do you got? Every
Shout out-
Monday night. Yeah,
Shout
we
out
just
to
stand-
Ben.
Shout out to Good Rev. Shout out to Good Rev. Shout out to Nerd Chris. We ain't seen Nerd Chris in a minute, but shout out to Nerd Chris.
I see
Shout out
Bam representing.
IC Bam, Malcontent,
But
Maitar, Mr. September, Tough Ass,
mental.
man, everybody, man. I'm blind. I can't read the rest. But we've already racked up 2 more rounds, 1 more to go. If we've forgotten or not, I'll refresh thy memories. We have round number 3 with a banger called Cobra going up against a song that apparently, again, a lot of people learned about tonight called Perfect Plot featuring Big Noid. So Cobra versus Perfect Plot. Let's go with Cobra.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just when you thought it was over, the mob came back to put the game in the Cobra. Just when you thought it was over, the mob came back to put the game in the Cobra. Yeah. You can catch me by the bar. Shorty loving my folk hitting the nipples, huh? Asked what's up with the mob and heard y'all broke up. Look off in the corner, dig a beat, now focus. That been my crime for 15. A rumor of this nature couldn't stop us from getting cream. A nigga asked me for more time in the info beam. I chop your homie down, make a nigga my mini-me. Stop all the gossip, baby, don't you got better things? Fuck a new friend, they just potential enemies. Over old wounds on you, hold it, then let it. Coming through, no doubt, kids. Scheming that lane with the perfect plot. We the first ones awoke and the last ones asleep, and that's why we got the drop. Rip shows, hit holes. I'm the type of nigga that'll have your baby father vexed. Whatever you say bounces off of me and right back to you, and if it get back to us, then we clapping you. What?
Born to be wild, pushed to the front of the crowd, top of the pile, state of the art rhymes 100 miles. I lay down on chocolate clouds, then pull out and let blow on any clown. Listen to the glow go round, cause my silence is the most powerfulest weapon yet found. Hold it down, my tongue that is, or bring the biz, keep it tight. My mouthpiece dispense my clips, fuckin' with me, the scenery get highly intense, intelligent, gun buckers, duck fucker, you get bent over. I'm not signing out, soldier, rocket launcher, shank musketeer, face carpenter.
Ooh, again, not playing all these songs I played a bunch earlier. Like I said, we still got more rounds to go. You heard it, Cobra, produced by Havoc versus Perfect Plot, featuring Big Noid, also produced by Havoc. Who do you got? Leave it in the voting booth if you're with us in the chat, and if you're watching at home on YouTube, leave it in the comment section. Cobra versus Perfect Plot. What do you guys think? Triple C with me. Between those 2 records, which one are you going with?
Got Havoc for Perfect Plot.
DJ Scandalous. Between these 2 records, who do you got?
This is actually a tough one to me, man. This is a hard one. I really like both.
2 different styles of Havoc.
Yeah, this actually is kind of hard, man.
Do you think it will come back to you, or what's happening?
Nah, this is tough, but I guess I'm gonna go Cobra. I think I'll go Cobra with this one.
Ooh, shit. Yo, DJ Shazam X already pulling stunts. Like, many have tried to say, I'm not voting. Many have tried. You got to vote. Who do you got? You know what I'm saying? You got to choose. That's the whole point of the game. You know what I'm saying? That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. You know what I'm saying? I pick a record and I play it again and again.
Yeah, easy for you to say that when you don't.
Oh, yeah,
vote, right?
that's true. I got to vote.
Yeah.
I do. I just get to listen to the vibes, man. Like I said, and this is why we're going to play some more records, like I said, as we keep going. Because, again, we're only up to round number 3. Currently voting Cobra versus Perfect Plot. 1 voting each. If you're just joining us, best unreleased Mobb Deep song of all time. Let's go with my man Ike Infamous. while you scroll, who do you got?
I had to because this is a very difficult round. Like it's all the way Cobra, and then once the beat really starts settling in and the verse starts settling in on Perfect Plot, you really just fall right into pocket. It's like it's like putting on
that record. His flow on that shit is very special.
It's like putting on a brand new pair of Wallabies, man. It just feels right. It just feels right. But I'm gonna have to go with Cobra on this one. By the slimmest, shout out to my brother, the Real Cool Breeze, by the slimmest, thinnest of margins. You know?
Yeah, I feel like you're voting more beat than verse.
Because
for me, it's that verse and that delivery on P on the other end. Because the beat is monster on Cobra.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Beat is monster.
It's undeniable, but perfect plot. It's one of those beats that when you hear Prodigy rhyme on it, like this is one of the reasons why people were such fans of his. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just the perfect cadence, the perfect tone. So it didn't matter if he was rhyming or not, just how he delivered the words was so ill. You know what I mean? So
yeah, but Jules has cut off the Prodigy verse on Cobra twice.
Yeah, he did though. He did. Though.
But I played plenty of Prodigy the rest of the
He's definitely
twice,
first
bro.
on Perfect Plot.
He's definitely being a host and not a DJ. He's definitely being a host and not being a DJ and not being a DJ.
Listen, it's still early. There's 2 votes in for Cobra, 1 for Perfect Plot. If Cobra moves on, guess what the next record is? Cobra. Guess what verse it is? Prodigy. P. You know what I'm saying? You already know.
Yeah.
With the fucking cables.
Whatever, man.
Oh, don't get mad. It's like, go breathe. No, man, no hobo. Who do you got, bro? Who you got?
I'm choosing Cobra because I want to hear that fucking P verse that you have.
That's one way to vote. It's all right. You can stand on that hill. Cool Breeze. Who do you got?
I'm going with Cobra on this one, man.
You too? Aye. Listen, it goes without saying. Cobra versus Perfect Plot. Cobra takes the win, meaning the top 3 records that are moving on to round number 4, which we'll talk about in a minute, are Everyday Gunplay, Backwards, and Cobra. Again, we're going to be playing some more of these songs throughout the evening to figure out which will be the number 1 best unreleased Mobb Deep song of all time. Let's talk about round number 4. If you've been familiar with the Who Do You Got singles series, you already know what time it is. Everybody in the chat, I need y'all to pay attention. It basically boils down to those 3 records I just mentioned have just won every single one of their battles. Now one of these records needs to sit down respectfully. Between Everyday Gunplay, Backwards, and Cobra, I respectfully ask the room, and Hobo, if you can get the voting booth up, which of these records is not moving on to the next round?
Oh, just shut the show down right now, because all of them got to move on.
This is what I'm saying. Like I said, this is why I said Shazam X. This is what I'm talking about. Somebody's got to go. It's all due respect. Like I said, they won, their respective battles to get here, but we got to talk about it, baby. We got to move on.
I'm going to gracefully bow out. I'm going to be here, and then when you guys come back.
Listen, let's talk about it.
I have a delivery coming. I got to go. I'll be back.
Oh, you can't set it up. Let's talk about it, Triple C. What do you think? Executive Producer Triple C. Listen, Everyday Gunplay, Backwards, and Cobra. Which of these is not moving on?
Backwards, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, this is some bullshit. Yeah, honestly, this is some bullshit. You know what I mean? And whoever loses, whatever record loses, should get played on the way out for this round because it's not really a loss.
Right,
you know what I mean? It's just a very, very difficult decision.
Seriously.
I respectfully ask you, Ike, since you like to segue so nicely, Everyday Gunplay, Backwards, or Cobra, which of these records is not moving on?
I just told you this is that bullshit, man. Why you talking? Nah, man. Like, I mean, I think. All right. No, yo, hold on, Cool Breeze. Yo, you better not be running when it's your time, man. Hold on. Try to put me under the gun, you know what I'm saying? No, I think I'm gonna have to vote backwards, and just because I knew more about that record than the other ones. You know what I'm saying? Than the other two records, than the Cobra, like the backwards record I had, like I have had the luxury of having both discs, you know what I mean, or the physical of it, you know what I mean? So like to me, backwards wasn't necessarily one that I looked at as unreleased, you know what I'm saying? Or like was never there, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that was part of a really big pushing, especially if you were a Mobb Deep fan.
Yeah.
That was literally their free agent. Like if you were following them, you was like, what was going to happen next? And when you got this project, it was like, oh shit. So I'm just gonna have to vote that one out just because the other two were a little bit more underground per se.
So you're voting out
backwards, man. What the fuck, man?
He didn't want to say it again.
Yeah, like you made me choose.
No, trying to play. Don't try to play.
Bad time. Figure out some shit, man.
Listen, look, for those watching at home, your man Ike will have the turn left signal on his car the entire time, then bust a right. So right, be in the left turn signal lane and everything. He just bust a right. Like, hey man, the fuck.
I put my arm out though.
That must be retired. You know what I'm saying? Guy must be retired over here. Real retired. Listen, we're gonna keep talking about it. We got 2 votes in for backwards. We got some more votes to take. Cool Breeze. Which of these 3 records is not moving on?
Everyday Gunplay.
Oh, shit.
Wow, you wildin'.
I'm just more like, he said it quick. And if you know Breeze, he like to buy his time when it comes in. He said, bop, Everyday Gunplay. DJ Hobo. I know you don't want to play, but, you know, which of these 3 records is not moving on, sir?
No habla inglés.
Los 3 discos no va a sobrevivir. Señor DJ Hobo.
Sábado gigante.
I gotta. That was funny. I gotta go Everyday Gunplay, man. Just gotta get up out of here, bro.
This is crazy.
El Gunplay on El Sábado.
You know what this means? DJ Scandalous, aka Bob Video, has come down to you.
Okay.
Everyday Backwards and Cobra. Which of these records is not moving on? And no, you're the deciding vote. So why?
Ooh, okay. So Mobb Deep wins. Everybody wins.
Nice.
Yes.
Mobb Deep wins. Yes. Yes.
All right, everybody wins. All right. We want to stop the game, we can't. All right. What? We're gonna go ahead and get backwards. We gotta get that out of here unfortunately for the game. We gotta get that out of here.
What? That hurt.
I'm curious as to why.
No, I mean, to be honest, man. First of all, we're Mobb Deep fans in this room, so no record is whack in our opinion. To be honest, let's say about the whole game. No record is whack when you're a Mobb Deep fan. Yeah, but I think if I have to, just for the sake of the game, I think that I think it's a good record. But I think if we're gonna vote Mobb Deep and we're gonna vote for like their grimiest, then we got to stick with the grimiest of the grimiest records to represent Mobb Deep in my opinion.
So I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Interesting.
I don't know if it's because, off-camera activities or my internet is shoddy. I didn't hear who you actually chose. It was a dope monologue at the end.
Ghost was spoken again in this battle.
And all that to say, that's why I chose that record.
So I voted for backwards to leave.
Backwards is out of here. Ay, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
It's crazy. I mean, if you keep a tally, you know what's going down. Round number 4. Out of the 3 records that moved on from the first 3 rounds, one of them has to leave. And it looks like, by all numbers being assessed right here, yes, it looks like backwards. Ironically, he's got to take a step back and not move on to the final 2, which is Everyday Gunplay going up against Cobra. Basically, back to Havoc against Havoc. Backwards was the Alchemist. So that's pretty interesting. We are gonna move on. We're gonna figure this out right now.
Before we move on, I just want to say in the chat, Everyday Gunplay was the one that they voted out
No shit.
by a decided margin.
How much?
88%.
No kidding.
Interesting.
Another point, just to add on, it sounds like it was the same thing. Well, actually, maybe you could chime in. Cobra in this room got no votes. I mean, it was 100% going forward. Was anybody voting for Cobra to be out of there in the voting booth?
No.
So yeah, so Cobra's a strong bet to win at this point, because if you've been paying attention, the final two records that will be chosen, to have the best unreleased Mobb Deep song title of all time, it's going to be either Everyday Gunplay or Cobra. Let's play a little bit of each one more again. Don't worry, Triple C, I'm watching the clock. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. I'm going to try to skip ahead a little bit, since we never get that far.
Relax, the shit is black. On top of that, I think that's it. One in the back, two in the front. Fuck it. Take care, grab the bat and buck. I don't know, kid.
Every night, every day, all I hear is not gonna play. I think I'm losing my mind. Every night, every day, all I hear is not gonna play. I think I'm losing my mind.
It was 1:45. Saturday afternoon, me and my blood Stobo on the avenue, Jamaica Avenue, planning to stick a few niggas copping jewels. Tell you what we gonna do. Slide up in the Coliseum on some humbly. We got connects, a family, work security. They put us on to the undercover Jakes did. A lady copper red, a Spanish kid with blonde hair. And oh yeah, that white kid buying diamonds. He one time and throwing niggas off cause he's shining. Everyone else is a Vic. Take your pick, scale a few niggas, find just the right one and stick. Son, I got him. He just bought a 4G necklace. He had it on layaway. Let's land when he leave the place. Catch him in the parking lot, do jokes on the rooftop. I hold up, he just made a pit stop in full court. We pause for a second, kick it with my man a few. So kid, don't catch on to what we plan to do. He finished eating as he rose up the escalator. Told my man, peace of love, yeah, months later. We got some shit to attend to. Let's not forget what we came to do. By the way, I want his ring too. Minutes later on the first level, he stopped to talk to some chick, fuck that. It's time to meet the devil. We followed in the Shirt Kings, they took a cute picture. Now picture this, Thobo walked in and slapped the nigga. Yo, that's my bitch, nigga, what up, yo? We grabbed him up, threw him in the back room where they be drawing all that shit. They got his pockets wrapped, his ring and his chain too. Handcuffed his wrist to his ankle, then jetted to the dance school and laid Lou for a few.
Every night, every day, all I hear is not gonna play. I think I'm losing my mind.
Just when you thought it was over, the mob came back to put the game in the Cobra.
The best two-man team in rap music. You don't gotta ask, this is what it sound like to be ruthless. Relentless at making hits. Mobb Deep, boy, what y'all gonna do? With my bullets upon your head. The only one you know is squeezing folks and connect with whoever I was squeezing folks. I get searched and let them feel my gun. Ain't no P not shooting unless you force him. Ain't no half won't get you unless you make that nigga. And we off in the club doing what we does. So why you running your mouth about us? Me and Hav in the hotel trading sluts. You can rally the troops for my guns, call all your goons from when you was locked up. Put us all in one room and we can lock up. This is infamous to the death, son.
Just when you thought it was over, the mob came back to put the game in the Cobra. Just when you thought it was over, the mob came back to put the game in the Cobra. Just when you thought it was over, the mob came back to put the game in the Cobra. Just when you thought it was over, the mob came back to put the game in the Cobra.
Ooh, man. Got the two P verses. Rest in peace, P, if we haven't said it enough. Rest in peace. I know it sounds cliche, but I definitely miss P, man. He was special. There were certain people just special. He was special. He was special. Shout out to P. Listen, man. Two of the strongest records have made it to the finals of what we call the best unreleased Mobb Deep song of all time. Everyday Gunplay, produced by Havoc, and Cobra, produced by Havoc. You heard various versions of the records all night. We just listened to the various versions again. We heard Prodigy's verses off both of these records. I ask everybody in the chat, shout out to DJ Phil Skills. I don't say that.
Yo, shout out to Phil Skills for the raid, man. Appreciate you,
Yo,
bro.
Phil Skills with the raid. Yo, good looking, baby. Hey, got 38 people up here. Hey.
What up?
Ah, oh man.
Shout to
Play
the
some more music. Play some more music.
homie.
Shit. Listen, but real quick, it looks like let's play the winner real quick because it looks like we got to choose between these two records. I'm gonna go around the room real quick. Let's keep it humble and fast. Ike Infamous, who do you got?
I gotta go with Cobra, man. No disrespect, no
Cobra?
disrespect to Gunplay. Yeah, no disrespect to Gunplay at all. Gotta go with Cobra. Yeah.
Cool.
Sound different out the truck. Sound different out the truck.
Cool Breeze, who do you got?
The Cobra, man.
Ooh, shit. Triple C, who do you got?
Yo, I got that Cobra.
Oh man,
Whoa.
I wasn't ready.
even though Gunplay is a song about Coliseum, everyday life in Coliseum.
It really is.
It is. It
Shout out
is.
to that. Listen, DJ Hobo, which of these two records is going to be the winner?
Man, I gotta go with Cobra, man. I gotta go.
Ooh, shit.
That's quintessential Mobb Deep, grimy for me. Just and that was later. And they kept it at that.
Yo, for real, it was later. They did it again. It was like got another one. Holy shit.
That's late. That's late summertime driving down Queens Boulevard. You pull up to the red light. You know what I mean? Or you just cross over the bridge into the city.
Mm-hmm.
It comes down to your final vote. What are you thinking about, Cobra or Everyday Gunplay?
So I'm on our island with this one. I gotta go everyday Gunplay, man. I gotta
No.
stay on the island. I gotta stand up by myself, man.
It is a thugged out record. Let's not act like it's a soft record here. It is a very thugged out record. And again, shouting out Jamaica Queens all over. Shout out to
Yeah,
Keith,
I
shout out.
gotta stand alone on that one, man.
Listen, with that being said, I think it's only right that we play tonight's winner one more again. Let's be clear. When it comes down to the title for best unreleased Mobb Deep song of all time, chat, pay attention. Mobb Deep takes the win no matter what. But we're going to talk about Cobra taking the win. Give it up one time for Cobra taking the win. Yes, sir. Make some noise. In fact, let's play that one more game. Rewind. One more game. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just when you thought it was over, the mob came back to put the game in the Cobra. Just when you thought it was over, the mob came back to put the game in the Cobra. Yeah. You can catch me by the bar. Shorty loving my folk hitting the nipples, huh? Asked what's up with the mob and heard y'all broke up. Look off in the corner, dig a pee, now focus. That been my crime for 15. A rumor of this nature couldn't stop us from getting cream. A nigga asked me for more time in the info beam. Chop your homie down, make a nigga my mini-me. Stop all the gossip, baby, don't you got better things? Fuck a new friend, they just potential enemies. Open old wounds on you, hold you, then let it bleed. Can't front the jealousy, just bring out the best of me. Bang how to hate 'em, spit the to the cheddar brain. We'll work friends, yeah, they all on my melody. Me and P generals, y'all just soldiers. Mob hit forever trick, remember I told ya. Just when you thought it was over, the mob came back to put the game in the Cobra. Just when you thought it was over, the mob came back to put the game in the Cobra. Just when you thought it was over, the mob came back to put the game in the Cobra. Just when you thought it was over, the mob came back to put the game in the Cobra.
The best two-man team in rap music. You don't gotta ask, this is what it sound like to be ruthless. Relentless at making hits. Mobb Deep, boy, what y'all gonna do? With my bullets upon your head. The only one you know is squeezing folks and connect with whoever I was squeezing folks. I get searched and let them feel my gun. Ain't no P not shooting unless you force him. Ain't no hand won't get you unless you make that nigga. And we off in the club, doing what we does. So why you running your mouth about us? Me and Hav in the hotel trading sluts. You can rally the troops for my thuns. Call all your goons from when you was locked up. Put us all in one room and we can lock up. This is infamous to the death, son.
Just when you thought it was over, the mob came back to put the game in the Cobra. Just when you thought it was over, the mob came back to put the game in the Cobra. Just when you thought it was over, the mob came back to put the game in the Cobra. Just when you thought it was over, the mob came back to put the game in the Cobra. Now stop.
Ooh, man, I had to stop. He said that so stop.
Yo, can I just say, like, since we're having discussions, I see the chat being live saying that Everyday Gunplay murders this, like, without a doubt. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me just say,
It's hard to choose.
I was really truly upset that Young Love didn't make it further in the game.
Me
Oh,
too.
let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I mean, we got people that just joined us. We got people that just joined us in the chat. Shout out, like I said, that to DJ Phil Skills. I believe Tough Ass Tiff. I don't know if she was here from the very beginning. Like I said, there's a few people that Young Love was playing from the get-go. Like I said, up again. Yeah, Everyday Gunplay.
I think just for the title of this show was the best unreleased Mobb Deep record, and that one right there is like a really truly digging. Like, if you remember, I was looking, trying to dig through my shit over the weekend, man. Like I'm thinking if I still have the mixtape where I first heard that record, you know what I mean? That I was like, yo, that's it. This tape could never go anywhere because of this one particular Mobb Deep record, you know what I mean? So like I thought that would have been way further in the game.
I mean, we have a bunch of records that were selected for part of the voting process when we came up with these records tonight. For everybody wondering how these 6 records come about, it was a little funneling process that we did with all the members of the team, even those that are some off camera. But what ended up happening was the records chosen tonight what got the most votes by coincidence and ended up being part of tonight's playlist. Again, best unreleased Mobb Deep song of all time, and title goes to Cobra. But some honorable mentions for records that did not get any play. And again, it's still early. We can see what happens. Reach.
Yes.
Featuring
Reach.
Oh. Triple C. No.
Yes.
Yes. Again, featuring Chinky. We talked about Chinky earlier. She's dope. She's that R&B voice, if you're all wondering who that is, on most of the Mobb Deep records. Then you had True Lies. True Lies it sounds old. Like, it sounds like,
wasn't it on something else? That was released, True Lies?
I mean, I couldn't find it on anything, but it very well could have been.
You're on mute. Scan, you're on mute.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. True Lies, they couldn't clear that. That right there, that's my vote. Was True Lies.
True Lies.
I was gonna
True
say,
Lies,
that was
okay.
the dance that he wanted to play.
I mean, again, it's early. We
what
can
about
still do it.
what wasn't Street Life? Wasn't Street Life also an unreleased?
No, Street Life came out on a compilation. It was a compilation for America's Dying Slowly.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Matter of fact, there was another record, Ike, that you had mentioned, but I couldn't bring it in because it was on a soundtrack, which was Hoodlum. Again, he had a bunch of records that were like, again, these bootlegs kind of to a certain degree. They also had songs all over soundtracks all the time. Like, you owe it never, Any Given Sunday. With the record you just mentioned, America's Dying Slowly.
Hoodlum Slam.
Black and White. I feel like
Black and White, yeah.
like always like
high, right?
There's a check. Hey, pull up something from the motherfucking like the archive. You know, it's just something from Thursday night. Like, let's give it to these motherfuckers. It's not even ready. That's our sound. You know what I'm saying? Give it to them. Another honorable mention for tonight: QB to Southside. I had never heard this record.
QB meets Southside.
QB meets Southside.
QB meets Southside. Joint.
Onyx.
Yes, basically that. I had never known that Mobb Deep and Onyx had got together.
Love that song.
QB meets Southside. You're right. It was dope.
My vote is for Gun Love, man. That's the ultimate Mobb
was mentioned as well.
Yeah.
Mobb run the rap game. Even though I think that's just P by himself, but still pretty cool. Rep the QBC. First Day of Spring featuring Tragedy, which surprisingly had a lot of play.
Mm-hmm.
There were a lot of plays on that one. And it's fire too. I don't know if you guys know that record or not. Bump That featuring 50 Cent and Big Noid.
Mm-hmm.
And that was, like I said, just some other honorable mentions. Anybody in the chat know any other records that you guys want to mention? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Because like I said, I'm down to play some extra records. So Shazam X said play Street Life. Someone else said Street Life. Do you guys want to hear that?
Yeah, we could play a little bit of that.
Let me see if I can find. Because that's not on this compilation that I was looking at.
This is the prime of that Mobb Deep sound when you hear this record. The way that this one is mixed, the way that the sample is mixed. See, like Scan, you would know better the equipment than I would. You know what I mean? But like, this when you hear for me anyway, when I hear this record, like this hones me into that exact Mobb Deep sound. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's very nostalgic.
For sure.
you
Rare
can-
Species is another one.
Understand
Yep.
that, yo, man.
Yeah, Rare
It's for
Species is
real,
great.
man. It's for real, man. This shit will take your life, man.
The bass line is stupid.
NYC, word up. MOBB, DEP, ACD, burn something, let's get lifty. Queens, is you with me, nigga shifty? I turn around and kid tried to hit me. I back him down with the 50-50. It had to been a thug in me. The tunnel banging, come and get me. The first 500 bitches free. The kid with the guard true and let all my guards come through. Live niggas on the side of the bar, you get smacked, boo, and fuck too. Shit on me, but then fuck you. Go on with your high class ass if you want to. Out of state, you be sucking me off and breaking off. We bitch, niggas stallion, but my dick went soft. My mom got it locked with master lock. You get your locks picked, run up in your spot, mask and glove shit. Queens niggas involved with thug shit, you get lumped it. Quick, we in the bathroom thumping. To the 3-time losers, alcohol abusers, big money spenders, and the Ebenezer Scrooges. Thugs holding fort with the 16-shot Rugers. The cream that I redeem will bring the Lex and Land Cruiser. Dominant chapter, assassin into obsolete. And my mom comes deep, put the wind beneath your feet. My heart's harder than concrete. In urban streets, we walk beat. But still thugs carry heats. I get deep in the skin, paragraphs from within. Dear Lord, my life was trite. Please forgive me for my sins. My kin, stay my kin. Ain't no room for extra friends. One love to my thugs up north in the pens. Be a prophet of rage, speak my speech on stage. Lyricist, renegade, breaking down barricades. These days are getting rough. Another brother handcuffed. Falling victim to the game is like styles corrupt. My crime niggas living street life. Them Queens niggas living street life. My drug niggas living street life. My street niggas living street life. Them thug niggas living street life. NYC living street life. My mob niggas living street life. What? For everyone, am I right?
Woo. We can keep playing a bunch of joints. Let's play another one. Anybody got something else?
Scan, you said True Lies, right?
I like True Lies, man. I wouldn't mind hearing True Lies.
Yeah, we could play True Lies. Yeah, I was just gonna say that Street Life record, that shit brought me back. Like that was one of the records I would listen to real quick before I would hop on my motorcycle, hop on the bike, just dip, like just that beat, that zone, that whole vibe, man.
You know what I'm saying? Son, you know how that shit go, kid. Hold up, let me kick some shit in your ear, though. You know what I'm saying? We through utopia and close garden again. Take a bite of this fruit. It's knowledge of the good and evil man. It be the Mobb epics. We stole the tablets of destiny so that we made rise to supremacy. Yo, I kick that 98 shit for your ears, the list. Nigga P, way ahead of his time, surpass kids. What the kids be doing, kid? Kicking rhymes, that's true lies. Let me break them down to size, minimize their airtime. After this, you never will go back to that witch. Sit back and write half-ass shit. And last the official. Taking out the artificial. I don't believe you. Replace that shit with some lethal. Mobb, remember the name, it's been a long. That nigga shook to death from the first fucking song. Fluidly, my mind flooded with jewels infinite. The chronic rap bandits, the addicts, stuck on some live shit. Bear witness to this diligent street cat. I carry myself, for myself down. In fact, this one dedicated to my niggas on run. Holding big gas, go for your gun. Prepare to crush one, we trust none. Man who ain't down with the clan, the Mobb dynasty. Apparently you thought I was some other type. Nigga you could fuck with, you shit out of luck, boss. I break your compass, throw your way off course. We built this from ground up, started from ground zero. Mafia on die, see the name upon the mural. Durable, physically fit, raps articulate. J-Love represents to the fullest, baby. And still fascinated by my state. Little P wanna be me, huh? You know D, King Boo. Got you in a sleep spell, so sleep well. Leviathan, the lion with 10 heads. I believe the lion that eats children. Break the gospel, the ghost spell, MJ12. Alter your mind, diverted your brain to material things. Seeking some type of refuge behind a gold link. Turn on the tube to universal power now, 9, 10 o'clock news, and get some insight soon.
You know who? My man J Love.
Ain't moving fast enough, nigga. Time is ticking.
Sheesh. Kept going and going and going and going.
The way that the samples were used at that time, the way that they were chopped and how they were mixed was so important to New York, to hip hop, to Mobb Deep sound. Like just listening to these records, and like there's so many different times. Like you wash the whip and the sun is going down at 6:30 in the summertime. If you out here in NYC or you in Queens or something, you hit the Southern State. Next thing you know, you're over there in Queens. You get off. You get on the conduit. You know what I mean? You start making all these cuts here and there. That's what it is. Listen to the shit like we were saying before, man. Going back to the Ave, sitting in front of the Coliseum and shit. Like,
yeah,
all of this shit is so crazy, so crazy.
Mobb Deep is a special group.
It is. I'm gonna play one more because Tough Ass Tiff mentioned this in the chat. Mobb Deep's Rare Species, the 59th Street Bridge remix. I heard this.
Yo, however do you want, however do you need P. Mama, bring it back to life, back to reality. You walk a fine line playing with mine, the greatest story ever told in rhyme. We climax in 95 with them raw raps, it's not the skin, all y'all cats alive. Take your time, don't rush the clock. Infamous rock for good years past like my thumbs on lock, holding the cot down slow. But assuredly, spoon feeding these starving ass heads, catch shakes fiendishly. I'm falling this, word destroying this, probably recording this. Of course, kid, keeping their sights upon this. Exclusiveness, like some new type of kicks. They got those things, Vic, who can pass the wrong man in my clique. You get charged with intent to kick that boost. Welcome to the ledge of this host.
Yo, we the man for the operation. You know the MO, BBs, warrior style, rare species. Catch us on your block or on your widescreen TVs. From Jones Beach to overseas. From over there, it's right back to the beats. Longevity and all the great grand CZ.
That shit was kind of hard right there. I never heard his version.
I like the original more.
Yeah, Phil Skills said he liked the original version better.
Yeah. I would go. It's a different vibe. It's a faster vibe, the original. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was just trying to fill the request. Like I said, someone had mentioned this.
No.
Mobb Deep wins.
But it's funny how when you listen to the lyrics over that production, right? Who produced that? Does it say? I don't know who did that.
No, this guy named No Money apparently.
But like if you listen to the original, that rare species, the rare species hook just hits different when that shit comes in. You know what I mean? So like, I think it just better fits the faster BPM or the faster vibe of the original.
The pace is different on the original. It's a different kind of pace. With it.
Yeah.
Like,
The original was on Soul in the Hole, right?
What's up?
The original was in Soul in the Hole?
Yeah, Soul in the Hole. Yep.
Let's get a little let's hear a little bit. Talk all over this because I remember they fucking not clear this. I'm gonna talk all over it. They don't clear it. But maybe we'll get lucky with me talking all over it. We can get through it.
You can hear the speed. You can hear the BPM, the
Yo,
vibe.
however do you want, however do you need P. Mama, bring it back to life, back to reality. You walk a fine line playing with mine, the greatest story ever told in rhyme.
I play this all the time.
Climax in 95. With them raw raps, it's not the skin. All y'all cats alive. Take your time, don't rush the clock. Infamous rock for good, yeah, pass like my guns on lock. Hold the goddamn slow. But Shirley spoon feeding these starving ass heads, catch steak fiendishly. I'm pulling this, word short, this pipe recording this. Of course, don't believe in they sights upon it.
What are you doing? Just stop it.
Hey man, but you're in the gym.
At that point, he should have. He was just trying to show us the
That was
bachata.
wild disrespectful.
That was the rare species. That was the rare species. Yo,
Nerve
Jules
mix.
DJ bachata mix. You know what I'm saying? That's played at all the cartel parties. That's played at all the cartel parties.
That was wild disrespectful.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to beat the algorithm. I'll be watching mad YouTube videos. I'm like, how do they get away with it? I'm like, that shit's faster than the regular record. Like, so if anything, if we beat this, because we be getting a lot of, shout out to everybody that tunes in and watches us on YouTube. We get a lot of copyright hits, obviously, but we don't make any money on the channel, so we get away with it. But sometimes, especially recently, a lot of RCA, a lot of Sony stuff has been like just completely no, and we're like. And we put a lot of work and effort into these videos we put out for you guys. It's kind of like
they're doing Prince on us.
Yeah.
So,
we're not making no money. Let us live. You know what I'm saying?
So Jules just decided to hit everybody with the fucking world premiere of the fucking Rare Species bachata mix. You know what I'm saying? The Cartel Club version. You know what I'm saying?
Version that needs to be a remix for our channel right there.
Santos.
Cartel
Romeo
Club.
Santos on the hook. You know what I'm saying? Singing, giving that Dominican powder all over it.
It's okay.
Listen, my friend. I think, like I said, there's been a few more records that were mentioned. Drop a Gem on them by Mr. September, but Drop a Gem came out. Let's be clear. That was a straight up single. We're talking about some, and those records. Don't get me wrong, they get their props. They're not whack by any means, but tonight, let's just stick to the theme because it's what makes it special. Like, can anybody else mention a dope record that, again, is Mobb Deep, but it was unreleased, for example? And again, you can look at Free Agents as a good example. If you're looking for some material to look at, you can go to YouTube.
I gotta say Gun Love tonight.
Gun Love.
I'm
real quick, are we sure that it... I'm asking real quick, are we sure that it wasn't on any project?
Yes, Gun Love was on nothing.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, he's right. Hobo's right.
God, it's
running out to that.
Look, Triple C looking at his watch like it's time to go.
But Triple C, the word this song has the word.
We started kind of late, so.
But the Triple C, it has the word gun in it. I thought you would like that. So, what's popping up for me, Hobo, is a record by Prodigy called Gun Love. That's it, I'm assuming?
That is it.
Okay.
That's definitely not it. That's definitely not it.
It's not bad.
Yeah, that's not the breakdown of the sample. They're not playing the sample real quick before they get into the record.
You have to watch the full commercial, you piece of shit.
Damn.
Here I am. Yeah, watching 2 of 2 right now. Here, I got to skip now. Here you go. Oh, wait, hold on, my bad.
Slow it down.
I'm trying to cheat the algorithm, my bad. Don't blame me for wanting to make us better. Don't do that. Not right. It's not right. I'll chop and screw this whole shit.
Damn.
Wait, am I wrong here? Did I just make that faster?
You did. What are you doing?
No, I have speed on. Here we
Come
go.
on.
Okay, here we go.
What are you doing?
This here, it's a true story.
We belong together.
You might learn from it.
We were made for each other. You really can get along.
Yo, it seemed like yesterday when we first met. I was only 6, but you was much older. We got more tight during the latter part of my life. We spent nights sitting in the crib getting right. You hold me down when times is most foul. I held you underneath a tight belt. There were nights I needed you most, and you held back. Stuck off of me, maybe I was going too fast. I had to stop, figure why you wouldn't perform. Took it slow, put you back in effect to get it on. My confidant, my right hand, my left hand. You brought the tears out of every man. The way you feel in my palms puts me under your charm. Affect a nigga to the point of losing his calm. I know you outside and in. I could take you apart, put you back together again. Wash your body parts or your skin. Way beyond lovers, we was close friends. Don't hurt me again.
As time flew by, both of us grew in size. 89, you was 16, we used to take flicks posing. Respect you more by the moment than I knew it wasn't lust I was feeling. We've been through so much, sometimes I had to talk to my thun. He told me chill the fuck out, it's just a G-U-N love.
Don't hurt me again. You don't
It's just a
hurt me
G-U-N
again.
love.
Don't hurt me again. Don't hurt me again. Don't hurt me again.
He told me chill the fuck out, it's just a G-U-N love.
You really can get along.
It's like this.
Yo, Carl Thomas was like, yo, Prodigy, I need help, son. Like, yo, you gotta thug me out, son. You gotta thug me out, God.
Wait. After he drove by the house, he went to Peace Crib to get to talk.
Yeah. Pete was like, hold on, son.
Yes, I
Hold
never
on, son.
shot her at all.
He's like, oh, hold up, son. Hold
Well,
up,
shot
son.
her, allegedly shot her.
He's like, let's clean up the guns and ride back past there and shit. You know what I mean? Roll them sleeves up.
Yes, I never gun flashed her at all.
On the way, let's pick up Orange Juice Jones.
Yo,
Pick your
this-
face up.
That song is quintessential thug loving right there, man.
Hey, yo.
Quintessential.
Word.
That's the record. That's the record. If you were to crash in the fucking, if you just crash into Triple C's crib, that's the one that he's sitting in the bathtub. That's this record playing in the background and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's sitting in the bathtub.
People see doing all that Sharon with a do-rag.
Word. Like,
Sharon with a
he just be
do-rag.
sitting there. He just be sitting there, mad bubbles in the tub, no Diddy. You know what I mean? He just be sitting there like, why you interrupting
with my Tim stick sticking out.
Cleaning the burner, son. Cleaning the burner. Cleaning the burner.
Taking a bubble bath, cleaning the burner is crazy. Yeah, that is
It's the
mad
Gunplay record.
word.
It's the Gunplay record in the background. Talk about why you interrupting my me time, son. Why you nail my me time, God?
Close the door.
Yo.
I didn't answer the phone for a reason.
Oh,
You got the door,
so
Josie.
cool. Very cool.
Listen, we gonna wrap it up for editing purposes. But again, we do this every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, here live on Twitch. Like I said, we're adding new shows. So Monday nights, you expect nothing but hip hop content from the era and the vibes that we bring into this channel every Monday. As you know, we've introduced the 5 mic dissection. This next month, the end of this month is what's the next one, Triple C? Do we know what the next one is?
Yeah, Scarface.
Scarface 6. Aye, 5 mic classic. That's a great album, man. I like that album. And I'll be honest, I'm biased. I'm not gonna lie, I literally worked that project. But I'm hosting, so it doesn't matter either way. It's all good. And we it's not a game. It's a dissection. We talk about how it got the 5 mic stats, or if it deserved it, or whatever the case may be. So that's what it's gonna be tonight. A rap, best unreleased Mobb Deep song of all time, and the title goes to Cobra. Shout out to Havoc for always gifting us with this beautiful music. Shout out to P for always gifting us with this beautiful music. Rest in peace to P, and shout out to Havoc still pushing that Mobb Deep name out there. I know he's still performing out there, performing his verses. I know that shit can't be easy. It's got to be, weird to not have your partner there that you performed with for all those years and just do your part. And that's why I still think Big Noid could come in and, respectfully handle P's part. Because if you ever been to Mobb Deep show when they would still rocking, all you ever heard was Big Noid yelling. This hype man, and then there's like, yo, he does every word for every song. Like he rapped the entire record. It was crazy. Shout out to Big Noid. We'll see you guys next Monday night. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We'll see you guys next week as well. Everybody have a great holiday. If we don't see you,
Come back, please come back.
come back, please. And also YouTube. Don't forget YouTube. Check us out on YouTube and all your DSPs. We got you covered. Peace.